Hello, my name is Fiona. Welcome to my Pilates channel on YouTube, or welcome back if you've already visited before. So today we're going to work on a short bite-sized Pilates workout. Our focus is going to be on our core strength, specifically our obliques. Our obliques are part of our core muscles which kind of wrap around the outside of the core. So they're really important for a number of things. They help support our posture and our upright stability, which is really important when it comes to running. Our obliques are also really important when it comes to rotating and twisting movements. So any sports that involve rotating, or swimming, or kayaking, a lot of water sports, and also very important if we do a lot of heavy lifting as well. So we're going to take and break down a few exercises to really work on those obliques, and I hope you enjoy. So for the first one, we're going to come and we're going to rest down onto our back. We're going to start in our resting position on our back. Come join me on your mat, lying flat on your back. We're going to have our hands behind our head. We're going to take our right leg and press it up on the ankle onto the left knee. Open that right knee nice and wide. We'll take an inhale. As we exhale, chin to chest, curl up and across, looking towards the left knee, sending the shoulder towards the left knee. Lower down. Continue. Exhale up and across, creating that lift and twist at the same time as we work towards that right knee. Try to keep your knee away from your chest so it's not coming right in close, and try to keep your shoulder nice and open as we work up and across in that direction. Your hands are supporting the weight of your head, so your neck is largely soft and relaxed. And we're really using those core muscles to do the bulk of the work here. Okay, let's take two more here. Up and across, left towards right. Now let's try a little bit more challenge by lifting the right leg into tabletop as we come up, lowering down. Sorry, right and left leg. So the right and left leg come away and up by lifting that left leg up and away from the mat. Shoulder gets closer to the knee, and that work in through the core and those obliques lifts one level higher. We're going to take two more. Lower the foot down, and we're going to lower that right foot, 2 feet on the mat. We're going to curl up, our gazes towards the knees. Now reach your arms wide, palms up. We're going to take a seesaw movement as we try to tap the fingers to the outside of the ankle, come back to center, and reach on the other side. So we're getting this nice little cinching movement into the waistline as the upper waist cinches down towards the hips and the lower waist. Use that exhale as well, and we're going to tap for 4 more and 2 more. Pause in the center, hands behind the head, lower yourself down. Take a breath in and soften your upper body back to the mat. Exhale, let that left leg come up and across onto the right knee. And we'll begin our curl up with our twist. This time, right shoulder towards the left knee. Working in a way that the core is doing the bulk of the work. So you're really feeling it in through the outside of your tummy area, outside of your torso or abdomen. Let's take one more. And then can we combine it with our right leg lifting away from the mat into a tabletop position, lowering as the head and shoulders lower. Curl up combined with our figure four lift. Good, and work into your final two here. Resting down with head and shoulders, letting that left leg release back to the mat. And let's try chin to chest curl up. So same movement as earlier, reaching the hands wide and down, palms up. Tap or reach your fingertips towards your ankle or the outside of your lower leg. Swaying the shoulders from side to side, keeping the chest open and elevated. And let's take four more. And two more, one each side. Center, hands behind the head, lower down. And then just let those elbows soften wide. Let's bring the knees in together, feet together. And we'll gently roll those knees from side to side for a couple of moments. Knees back to center. We're going to roll over, coming over onto our hands and knees now. We're going to work into some plank position. We'll start on hands and knees. Shoulders over the wrists, hips over knees. I want you to grow active through your core by tucking your tailbone and lifting those tummy muscles up towards the spine. We'll begin on the left side. We're going to tap the left toes out to the side, bend the knee back under the hip. So it's a reach and tap through the left leg, and then we bend to come and stack back under. Now you're trying to send those toes as directly out from the hip as the body allows. At the same time, you're also trying to be aware of the right side of your body. And you want to keep your right shoulder and hip in a straight line, so that we're not letting our right body sway across to the right. We're holding good posture as we reach through the left leg. Okay, we're taking two more toe taps. Really working into, we'll be feeling this, the left side of that lower waist and hip. Then we're going to lower down onto our elbows. And this time, send the knees back a fraction into our plank position. And this time we're bringing the knee up towards the shoulder and back. I'll show that once more. We glide forward as the knee reaches out towards that left shoulder or elbow. So we're really bringing some work, deep work into the core as we go forward and hitch the leg out and release as we come back. If this is a little too challenging on your elbows, you can do this movement on your hands and knees. And we're going to take 2 more. Good. From here, stay down on your elbows. We're going to work into our hip tilts from side to side. So we're in our low plank on our elbows and our forearms. We're tilting our hips from side to side. So it feels like the outside of the hip drops towards the mat. We pull it back to center and then drop down on that opposite side. Very important to work here with your spine nice and flat. So you're lifting up through the core all the time. The core is really active to support that spine. Okay, and we'll go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press back up onto the hands, and then we'll widen those knees out. We'll exhale, sink back. Take a breath here, in here. And then exhale, come back forward again. And this time, same movements on that right side. So we're going to work that right side by tapping out, toes out to the right, back and under, and repeat. We're trying to send those toes outside of the hip or as close as we can. And we're thinking about the left side of the body. Shoulder and hip are staying largely in one line. So we're not losing our posture or swaying out to that side. And then we'll take our last 2 toe taps. We'll lower onto those forearms or elbows, moving the knees back if we need to, tucking the tailbone in our plank position. And we're going to send that knee towards the elbow or the back of the shoulder. Body glides forward as we lift up and out. Good, let's see if we can work for 2 more. Final 2. Back into a plank position. Tuck the tailbone to reset. And now let's work into those hip tilts. Sending the outside of your hip down in a nice little tilt from side to side. You can carry on your knees here if you want a slightly more challenging option. Tuck the toes into your full plank. Knees stay off the mat. And you almost pivot on the toes as you tilt the hips to each side. Making sure, whichever position you're working in, that you've got your tailbone tucked, your lower back is nice and flat and protected, and then we know it's the core that's doing the hard work. And we'll go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back into the center. Lower the knees. Press up onto the hands. Send the knees wide. Exhale, sink back, hips to heels. Inhale here. And then we're going to take 1 more breath. So exhale, sink the hips back a little further. Inhale into the stretch once more. And then exhale, rock your body forward. Well done. Let's come into one more position, one more exercise to finish out this little bit of work. We're going to sit on our sit bones here with a nice bend into our knees. We have our hands tucked behind the back of our legs, and we're sitting up nice and tall with a nice long spine. We're going to do our roll downs with a bit of a roll movement, so we're really working into those obliques again. We'll do an assisted roll down for the first two in case this exercise is new to you. I want you to drop your chin down and start to curve through your spine. Now roll off your sit bones and start to lengthen your elbows and stretch out through your hands. Keeping that nice curve through your back, you're going to roll yourself forward, bending the elbows and sitting up tall at the top. Let's try one more. Exhale, curve through the spine. Very important to keep that curve. Roll off the sit bones, lowering the lower back down towards the mat. Roll yourself forward and grow tall at the top. So let's try one without using the hands for support. They're going to come up above the knees. We're going to roll down and back, pause, roll up and forward. And we'll take one more. Curve and roll down. The aim is to keep the feet down on the mat at all times. So we're not going all the way down. It's just a half direction down to the mat. It might even be less than that. Now, to really bring in those obliques, as we roll down, we're going to send one elbow back, look over the shoulder into a roll movement, and then roll forward as we lengthen that arm up. Curve through the spine, lean or roll back, elbow drives behind, look in that direction, reach and lengthen forward. We're going to alternate between left and right sides here. Now you can work with a small range, making the movement a little easier for you. You can work on trying to progress that range as deeply as you can to make that more challenging. So options for you to make this exercise your own. So you're working at a good level for how your body's feeling today. We're going to roll and roll back and pause. And then we're going to do our 4 roll movements on this side. Inner half roll down. 2 more. And then reach all the way up. We'll take a little stretch by lifting the arms up by the ears. Back to shoulder height, and then our final bit of work here on the opposite side. So curling, rowing down, and then rowing through the arm and forward, holding your depth. Keep working to that same side for our last 2. And 1. And then rolling yourself forward and up, reaching the arms up, looking to the ceiling, and then lengthening and resting down. Well done. Resting back. Okay, to finish, we're going to take a nice little twist on each side here. So let's roll forward to the front with our legs staggered. So one leg is in front, one leg behind. We're resting onto the palm of the hands. We're going to take a breath in and then exhale. We're sliding onto the elbow and reaching the other arm up and over. So we're getting a nice side reach. We're going to hold this position for 2 breaths. So to complement that nice work we've done for those obliques, we're going to do some side stretching and a twist to finish off. Good. Now press yourself back up onto the heel of the hand, and then take that top arm and reach it under and across, coming into a twist. Let the knuckles rest onto the floor and try use the floor to slide them back a fraction more. Again, we're going to hold this for a couple of breaths. Uncurl back to the front. Slide your hand down, slide the other fingers in, lean back onto those hands, sway the feet round, staggered position on the opposite side, rest onto the heel of the hand, exhale, slide onto the elbow, lift the other arm up and over, holding that nice side reach, reaching up and across as much as you can through those fingertips. And then press away, the elbow away from the mat. Take the top arm, sweep it under that shoulder, reach back, let the outside of the knuckles rest down onto the floor, and then glide a little deeper. Hold your position for a few breaths. Uncurl your way back to the front, reach the hand down back into a seated position. Just cross your legs and come into a nice relaxed seated position. Well done. Thank you for joining me. So short and sharp work for those obliques, really important muscles to keep strong and healthy for both day-to-day life, if we're engaged in physical work, and certainly when it comes to sport. I hope you enjoyed joining me today. Feel free to pop along to the YouTube channel again to check out some more videos. Or if you're not already joining me, you might like to inquire and find out about my online classes or my group classes here in Christchurch. So feel free to head along to my website, find out some more information, or send me an email to ask me any questions. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a great day.